nefarious plot designed to lure plaintiffs into a luxurious hotel room to serve his prurient desires. Sensationally, it was alleged that Sheen... Say what?
I said perverted.
No, it's prurient.
Let me see. Can I where's a point to the word? Right. Prurient.
It's hard. It makes me want to gag. Like cock. Get it? Sensationally, it was alleged Sheen told the man he had no venereal diseases. At that point, they watched the porn and engaged in mutual oral compilation, mutual self-gratification, rubbing and massaging each other, play wrestling, licking, and unprotected intercourse. So, look, my question to my three people here at my panel, are they trying to say, because that's when they said he got this disease 4 years ago, or virus, HIV, 4 years ago. Are they trying to say that he got it from gay sex?
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Welcome. BeExposedRadio.com. Artist Exchange. This is Art Talk powered by Transvision, artistvision.com. I'm your host, TJ Transvision Bates. Why do I always mess that up?
It's your name.
Yo, it's the code.
Yeah, I think it is.
With guest co-host or co-host.
Hollywood, how y'all doing out there? You know, it's a good Saturday afternoon. You know, hope y'all bundled up because it is snowing out there, bro. And it's cold too. I'm trying to tell you, my toes is like done.
Yeah, I just came from work, so I hate cold. I hate the cold.
Man, I like it. Like, I usually run from the winter. Like, I usually like sometimes when as soon as it get cold, I'll go head down like Florida or somewhere, and just probably try to stay for the whole summer. But I'm here, you know. You gotta get used to this coldness, which I'm not. You know, I'm a summer kid all year round. Even though, you know, I was a winter baby, but I can't stand the winter.
I was a winter baby too. That's why I can't. I don't know. I don't know if that like actually makes any sense, but it just seems like being born in the winter, I rather gravitate towards like the hot weather because it's just like I don't like bundling up. And the only time I do like being cold is when I'm trying to go to sleep. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel you. Cause me, when I go to sleep, nigga, I need like a cold pillow or something. Like I used to put my pillows in the freezers before I went to sleep. Man, I said I needed a cold pillow, man. Put that pillow on the bed, put my head right on it. I go right out every time, man. Definitely one of them orthopedic pillows.
I say you put the pillow.
Yeah, you never. Yeah, I'm the first. If y'all never done that, try it. You feel me? If you like,
yo, who put the pillow in here? Like, Tempur-Pedic, like.
Right? You feel me? Definitely when it get hard, don't just try to flop on it. You gonna hurt yourself. I learn. Trust me, learn from me.
Yo, that's like the worst feeling is like literally like flipping the pillow over and that shit's still hot.
Oh my goodness, bro, that make me mad, man. Flipping the pillow and it's still hot. Like, man, this side's supposed to be cold. At least one part of the body got to be cold. You got to at least like stick your toe from the bottom of the cover or something.
Yeah, like, I used to sleep with the window open. Like, like it used to. Like I don't know. It's just I guess something about that. Like it calms me a little bit. But as soon as I'm hot, it's just like the sleep is over with.
I know the feeling, bro. I know the feeling. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So while we still wait on our guests to get here, how was your week? How has your week been so far?
Whew. Man, this week's been trying. It's been a trying week. You know, I lost my aunt. Besides that, you know, preparing myself for that funeral because I said I wasn't doing no more funerals for the rest of the year, period, or at least. But besides that, you know, I'm still grinding. Got casted for The Wire, so you know, I've been actually going over my script, studying that. And also, I've been working a lot with I Survives, and it's pretty much trying to empower and feed 30,000 people throughout America. And also, I've been working, you know, I'm trying to get with Red Cross and them, so I can go actually help out when like disasters do happen. You know, because for some reason, my heart goes out to the people, and I feel as though they say send a donation. But I feel as though I can do more than just send a donation. I believe I can be hands-on, and I believe I can be more effective that way. Even though money does help, but that hands-on to me it's a better experience.
You can actually like have a direct effect on a person.
Correct.
More so than that was like remind me of that show. It was an episode in Blackish where he was just like donate anonymously, like, and she was like, you need to go down and volunteer. And really go hand to hand with it. It's just funny when I always see the donations. It's like it just pops up on the screen, and then like so many people just start donating money and raise so much money. Like they raised a lot of money for the hurricane in Houston.
Okay.
Well, I think J.J. Watt raised over like $50 million.
$50 million? Jeez.
Like it started out, he was like he only went at like 100,000 or something like that, and it went like so many people started donating. Like I think Drake and them like donated 200,000.
Jeez. You know, I be thinking about like, how many do you actually donate? And it's crazy like how I was looking at far as the donations and whatnot. Like when the situation happened in Miami and the situation happened in Texas.
Right.
And when it happened in like Puerto Rico, or was it Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic?
Puerto Rico. I think it was Puerto Rico. Where like, all the power was knocked out and everything.
Yeah. Like they wasn't trying to send nobody, or nobody wasn't really trying to do nothing because, but although Puerto Rico was considered part of the United States, it's just
that's what happens when people are. I think, like if it's not a part of the mainland, people are so disconnected with it. Like they don't really, you know, gravitate towards it, and it's sad, honestly, especially with how the president.
Yeah, that guy
played the whole thing.
Man, you know, did you see how Dennis Rodman, he's being like the mediator? Because I think he's the only American, really, that's allowed over in Korea. Yeah, that's just a whole big...
How is that even possible? Like...
He likes how he play basketball. And they actually, like, best friends. Like, you best friends with the enemy. You feel me? He's like, hey, don't try to put me in between and all that stuff. And then he was talking about how... I don't remember his name. But he was saying if America tests them, they're gonna be ready or something like that, you know. And I'm just
I don't want to dive too deep into that, but I just be thinking about like how like powerless people are to like countries and like political leaders that hold so much power, like that can dictate what happens.
Right.
Like. They literally, there is literally tension between the United States and North Korea, more so like the political leaders.
Right.
People don't have nothing to do with this. Like, we just out here trying to live.
True.
And that can really go off the scales depending on how, like, they play that.
Yeah, that is so true. And also, it's crazy about, I ain't trying to get into politics, but, because I just been looking and stuff, and I'm seeing how Trump, like, he's recognizing Jerusalem as the capital.
Right.
And now, since he did that, man, they was going crazy over in Bethlehem, like, the other night, and they was out there just shooting and whatnot, blowing stuff up. And a lot of other officials and the presidents or whatever are saying, like he shouldn't do that, because it's going to cause turmoil. But they said it's going to bring about peace. And from the looks of it, it ain't look like it was no peace when I saw the footage. But hey, that's number 45 for you though.
People just make decisions, and it's just like, I guess they going on what they think, like trying to get their influence on the situation. And because I've seen it at a few times, like on the news. It was like kind of popped up, and it was just like what it meant and how a lot of people over there really didn't mess with it because I think what is it?
It's like the Palestinians.
Yeah, I don't think they recognize it as. It was like we kind of made it official. Like, oh yeah, that's the capital.
Right, and it's crazy that it's their country. You know what I'm saying? Why can't they make that decision themselves? Why does it have to take for an American president to go over there and say, all right, you know, this is what it is?
See, that's because I don't know. Does America have that like
power type
that cape the police the world type thing? Because it seems like America is just into a lot of people's business. But then I think about it as America is a business and they have their hand in a lot of pots because it's money.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and it's crazy because they say America got as far as I don't even know, bro. I don't even know when it comes to that. That's just America for you. Sometimes I think America can be a bully towards other countries, but then sometimes I think I believe that they in too much stuff. They in too much business, and I believe they tell too much. Like all American news will snitch on America quick. Like, you know, they watch American TV. Like, oh, we're going to be flying over Baghdad, or we're going to be doing this around 6 o'clock in the morning. Now they prepared. You know what I'm saying?
See, to me, I feel like if you're running the whole country, to me in my mind, if you're running the whole country, and you having everything, like you should at this point you're running the country. Why isn't everything fine tooth like through a comb? So to me, it's just like, are you really leaking it, or are you just putting it out there trying to throw people off because you know that you're creating this and they're paying attention to it? Like
pretty much like when they say they showing something in the light, they doing something else in the dark. You know, they just trying to blind us from what's really going on.
The funny aspect of supplying, if they want to overthrow leadership in another country, they'll supply the opposition with the weapons.
Correct. And that's you know that's crazy because it reminds me of I was watching a movie with Nicolas Cage called.
What was that? War Dogs? Is that War Dogs?
It was called Art of War.
No, it was.
I know which one you talking about. You talking about War Dogs?
Was it God of War?
No, not with Nicolas Cage. The one I was talking about with Nicolas Cage was called. I just said it.
It was Nicolas Cage, right? And his brother.
Lord of War.
Warlord.
Lord of War, because what it is an actual guy. He's an arms dealer, and what he does is he goes around the whole entire world selling.
Yeah, that was
ammunition to everybody, enemies and everything. And America allows it. You know, America supplies the enemy with the weapons so they can actually have a reason to, you know, so they can go to war with.
That was like the other movie with that was in was that not Pineapple Express, Superbad.
Mm-hmm.
And he was buying, they was like bidding on government contracts to supply like arms and stuff, and it was just like this is crazy that people was making a living off of just selling artillery to other countries and on the black market. And I think that was that's why they was like trying to shut down Bitcoin,
right?
Because a lot of
it's just they hiding their money, they laundering their money through Bitcoin,
check it.
Right, and you can't trace money through Bitcoin, so that's, you know, that's another thing. But and how's your week been though? How's everything? How the twins coming along?
Twins are doing well. My week been up and down because I kind of put it out there, but I didn't really put it out there too much. That like a month, October, I lost my job.
Oh man!
So I was like bouncing around with that for a little bit, doing Lyft. I still do Lyft.
Okay.
The stories that I get out of Lyft is crazy. And then I think I worked at Macy's warehouse for like 3 days.
Dang.
I left like the third day. I was just like, yeah, I ain't doing this no more.
Right. Yeah, this not for me. Nah.
I ain't doing this no more. So I actually just got a new job.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, Thursday. So I started Thursday. So I've been doing that, trying to get back. I'm trying to get back in the groove.
True.
I've been so used to waking up whenever I wanted to wake up now. Like now it's just like, oh, now I'm back to my old schedule of like 6-5 in the morning. Like,
right, I gotta get right back up, man. Oh my goodness.
I'm kind of mad. I don't want to mess up the name, but in Miami was Art Basel. Is it Basel?
Baffled?
It was like I thought it was said this way one time, and then somebody else said it, and it completely threw me off. I was just like, all right, maybe I just been saying it wrong, or maybe they said it wrong, and I was just going off of them. But that's going on now, or going on down in Miami, and it's just like going through my Instagram, I just see everybody, and just like that kind of was like a goal, for a couple of us like artists in the group that get down there and check it out. And last night I stopped through, what was that? Through Artist Compound and they new location that they have going on, and I was checking it out. And it's once they get it all together, you're gonna it'll be a great venue, and it's kind of on the outskirts of the city, so it's not really.
Is it by the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not really. They don't, the county doesn't really have any artsy stuff going on.
That is true.
So that's kind of like their reach out there to get there, and it'll be a good spot once it gets up and running. Like kind of now, it takes so much money to invest in and then build things.
Oh yeah, it'll take like months at a time. Like my cousin, he just invested and bought a Readers. So downtown, so that should be opening up next year. Shout outs to my cousin. I see Yahoo Rock Blackwell, and so,
So I want to get down there in Miami and really experience it, because it looks like so much fun. Because it's just like I'm trying to like really comprehend what it is all together. So it's just kind of like I really want to like comprehend, like see the whole and how it's put together, because I see so many people at different galleries that I don't know if it's like Artscape or like where in the art district and everybody is just getting together in it. But it's so much like real nice, dope artwork down there. So just to get down there and experience it, I think that'll be the goal next year.
Yeah, bro. When you get there, man, I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna love it. And please stop at the ocean. Go take a swim. You might be swimming with anything, stingrays, all types of stuff. I mean, they don't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? They normally stay at the bottom and whatnot. But yeah,
I got you.
But we'll be right back with you after this commercial break on the Artist Exchange Radio.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that
so
building.
You just gonna shoot for the moon.
I want to feel it. I want to look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, 'cause that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Are you?
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking, like not like and tear it up, but just like a
little 1-2,
pale, a little not voguing, but kind of the essence of it, very posy and hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust out sweats.
So that's mean you don't have the dance gene and you.
I can dance.
Okay,
that's
not what I
was doing. I can
dance,
but I'm not, trying to give that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
okay. Little Banji Soul.
Yeah.
You know people gonna start using that.
Right,
I'm
and
Little
they
Banji
should.
Soul, Little Banji Soul.
Yeah.
But just mark it so people know, like, this was mine.
This where it came from.
This where it came.
Because, you know, people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. Like, pinky up.
I cannot.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show.
Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I am saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details behind what happened. No, the fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on
You
Be
use
Exposed
Tearless
Radio.
Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. BeExposedRadio.com, Artist Exchange. This is Art Talk powered by ArtistVision.com. Be sure to check that out. Co-host
Hullywood, how y'all doing out there? Hope y'all bundled up in this nice cold weather of ours. And we have our special guest in here. Go ahead and
Hello, my name is Jasmine. I'm an artist from Baltimore, Maryland, and
Jasmine from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
Yes, also if y'all would like to call in and during any part of our conversation, you can call in at 410-702-5657. 410-702-5657.
Call in, show some support for the artist, Jasmine, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. So, Jasmine, nice and cold outside. The studio's a little bit warmer.
Yeah, I had time getting here.
Right. She got on a hoodie and a windbreaker.
I do.
You feel me?
A hoodie and a bomber. I was like, where am I going?
Hey. At least it snowed when they said it was going to snow.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to snow.
This time, normally they said.
You can start out trusting them this year.
Exactly.
Right. Until they prove us otherwise.
Exactly.
So what you been up to this week? We was just going through what we was going through this week. So how's your week been going?
Making art, making new paintings. I got a lot coming up, so I got a lot of commissions I got to do. I'm kind of behind, but the life of an artist.
Like 24/7?
Yeah. Life of a freelance artist.
Tell me about it. That's what I'm doing. Freelance acting and photography and filmmaking. Yeah, like you get paid according to what you do.
Yeah,
like pretty much. How bad do you want it?
I had that conversation with I do Lyft, so I picked up this lady from Hamden, and she was a musician, and she was talking about the freelance work that she used to do, and was like, I get paid now, and then I don't know later. So it's just like that hustle. You gotta like stay on the grind and everything.
Yeah,
right.
That's how it is. Especially because I'm doing like paintings for like venues and restaurants.
Right.
So some of them are for exposure, and it's like you're not getting paid immediately. I'm trying to hustle and get that commission later. So.
Not to dig too deep into it, but how you feel about that? Like just initial, like how you initially feel about the exposure thing. Like
right now, I'm done with the exposure thing. Like next year, I was like, I need some money. Like
about that exposure, and it's time to bring in that bread.
Yeah, it's tough because everybody. I think right now, the art culture in Baltimore is great. I love it. It's definitely gonna come up. I don't think I had this when I was in like high school because I went to high school for art. For me, and but I will say that it has become a trend. A lot of people use art just for like a turn up, which is difficult to like. I don't know. It's hard sometimes.
I think that comes into play when you get the people that's not really serious about art, but that see the boom in art.
Yeah.
So it kind of like they're using that to attract people.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole. Like the open mic thing, and like you're just getting a whole bunch of people to come and perform, and then like the whole split of should people that be performing want to get paid for performing?
Yeah.
Compared to this is exposure.
Right.
Like to me, it's just kind of like all right now, your artwork is up, it's exposure, but shouldn't you be getting paid for having your artwork up because you're adding to the ambiance of whatever place you're adding to and attracting people. So
yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it.
Right, as long as you have my painting up, that's how many times you got to pay me every month.
Exactly.
Like, every month, this is what I need since you have my painting up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, because some people will charge you for for a month, like charge you to have your painting up for a period of time.
Right.
And it's just like, oh well, hope you sell it, type thing. Like you're not even aiding in like pointing out to people that it is for sale.
Right.
Type thing.
You know.
So.
What type of artwork do you do?
I do, I'm a fine artist, so I do paintings, do big paintings, and I also do drawings as well, but I also do graphic design, so like, that's my, like, bread and butter right there.
Okay, how do you...
Because, painting, you gotta, it's kind of tough. It's based on, like, commissions, so, yeah.
Do you get a lot of commissions, or do it like, because to me, my own experience is like, that shit is like a roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster.
So
we're
it's
in the
like,
same boat.
It's like, I don't get as consistent as I would like. It's just
that's how it is. That's how I'm feeling right now because honestly I got laid off in March, so right now I'm just trying to
so you're just doing art full
time right now, so it's up and down, it's like you said.
So how's that feeling, like just not having that? I guess that would be considered a security, like with
a
job.
A benefactor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's tough. I have my days. I'm like, man, I don't want to get up. I don't want to do this.
I know
because it's easier to go work for somebody and have that security.
Yeah.
But in the back of your mind, you're like, I don't want to work for anyone anymore.
Right.
I'm 27, so it's like I want to make my own business. I want to be my own. I want to be a hustler. So.
Like, stop getting everybody else rich and start pretty much putting money in our pockets and growing our business so our legacies can go on and our families can eat.
Exactly.
And keep it moving and keep the train and keep the line and whatever.
Especially in the black culture.
Yeah.
I come across that a lot. Like, a lot of people just, like, want to get outside of the... Like, I felt like that 9-to-5 term was, like, the golden egg back in the day.
It was.
But now it's, like...
Yeah, and that was tough for us. Like, did you go to college?
Yeah, I went to college.
Okay.
Oh, we can get back to that.
Yeah,
like,
we can.
My whole college.
We can.
But, if you want to call in, 410-702-5657. I don't know what that was in the background.
Hey, we'll be right back with you after this commercial break on the Artist Exchange Radio.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
Well, you have a lot of people retiring early. It's funny, a lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos. He retired yesterday, 32 years old. To Shaw Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So like you said, a lot of guys are making that change on their own now because they're seeing a lot of things from the the concussion movement,
right?
Stuff that's been happening. Is not the noun, is the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging and the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
I haven't got a chance to see it. But
not the movie, but did you see those effects?
I have seen concussions in college where guys have played that whole entire game and didn't realize they was at a football game.
Wow.
But like before the big emphasis came about the whole concussions and what's going on, we was taught you just run to the wall. You can't be soft. You shake it off and get back in it. So
the wrong attitude to have.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really internal. Like you really doing damage, not just to your bones,
right,
but to your mind.
Everything. Right. And later on down the line, because just like you said, once the game is over, when you've been in a game and you think about it, because I tell people the NFL, any sports, whether it's male or female, is a semi-military, because you're told when to get up, when to work out, what to eat, when to play. All right, now you got a curfew, you got to be in the bed by this time. You do it for years and years, and all of a sudden, bam, it's done. So what do you do?
Right.
So just like the military that have with PTSD, we have that because we so used to having a certain way. And I remember watching this Brian Gumbel on HBO, it was like years ago, and a guy would act like he was getting dressed, a real good football player, would walk his daughter to the bus stop, and he would come back in the house, close the curtains, and just sit there because he didn't know how else to handle himself. Because he was so used to being told what to do, because our schedule are laid out. By this time, you got to do this. By this time, you got to do this. Eat at this time, back on the field. So,
hey, what's up? This is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., and every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live, here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Welcome back, BeExposedRadio.com, ArtistExchange.com. I'm your host, TJ Transvision Bates. This is Art Talk. We have co-host today,
Hullywood. How y'all doing out there? Hope y'all bundled up.
Bundle up. And hot chocolate. And
I'm still cold, bro.
And we have a special guest today, Baltimore artist. Introduce yourself.
I'm Jasmine. I'm from Baltimore. I'm a fine artist, graphic designer, entrepreneur.
True. So, keep talking to the mic.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. So we was actually just talking about school. So, how was it for you when you was?
It was cool. I had my ups and downs, of course, but I enjoyed it. I know I needed to go for graphic design, or I wouldn't have learned what I learned. And sometimes I need structure, so school was it made me actually focus and go to class and stuff.
YouTube University.
No, now that's why I was thinking. The other day I was like, I could have YouTubed all this, but I know how I am sometimes, so I got to go to class.
I feel you on that, because sometimes it's it's not. It's kind of like how you learn it, and some people are very visual and have to be hands-on with the stuff that they learn.
I was just about to say that, because me, man, you can show me a video. I mean, I understand it. I can look at it, but when you show me face to face, and I'm like, okay, that's how you do it. All right, cool.
That's how I am.
I just get tired of skimming through the videos, because it's like a YouTube video. As soon as it come on, I'll be like, I can't use this.
Right, I gotta do what?
This guy wants to be a superstar.
You're right. You gotta rewind it, pause it.
You all on the screen, hey guys, how you doing today? No, just show me what I gotta do.
I be jumping through the videos. So especially I look at YouTube videos for painting.
Right.
That's how I learned how to make skin tones. I learned it in college and high school, but not the exact proper way that I wanted to learn, so I just had to YouTube it.
You patient?
Yeah.
See, I can't
I know.
I
know. I know your work, so I know you was like, man, let me just put But I love your work though, so.
What you trying to say, man?
No.
No, I'm like, I don't know. It's like kind of funny because like I don't have any patience, so I was just like, however, like I can get through this the quickest way that I possibly can.
Yeah.
Cover as much as I possibly can in one set, and I'll be good.
Yeah, like your work is more like abstract to me, like not really skin tones. So, yeah. But I really like it because I can't do that. What you do, you can.
Everybody, like, I don't know.
Like, your painting is excellent. I remember we was at the Sticky Bun Festival, and I was looking at your paintings. I was like, yo, that is dope. And it was the abstract painting, I believe, you had behind you.
Yeah.
And that was pretty dope, man. I like that one.
I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know. I guess, do you, like, for me personally, it's just like, I don't, like, when people see the artwork and then they, like, they like it, and then it's just kind of like, to me, it's just like, I don't. It's not like I've put that much thought into what I've created, but after I sit back and look at it, then it's just like I wasn't even like I was thinking about things I wasn't even like currently present in the moment that I was creating that came out of the painting stuff. So it's just like when people see certain stuff and seeing it, it's just kind of like it takes me back. Like, is my work that good? Like I didn't even realize.
You was like talking about your work yesterday, saying how great of an artist you are. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I'm just saying, don't stop. You know?
Yeah.
Don't stop. If you stop, I'll probably hit you with something. Like, what? You been painting for how long, and now you want to stop? Oh, nah.
I don't know. I have that urge, like I can't like always. Every now and again, when I feel like my energy is off, I feel like that's my body telling me like, yo, it's time for you to create something.
Yeah.
It's time for like you got to get it out.
Right.
It's throwing everything off.
Yeah.
So. And what school did you go to, or how long did you go to school?
I've been doing art for like 14 years now. So, I went to Carver in Towson.
Oh, okay.
I auditioned and got in there. Then I ended up going to Towson University for graphic design.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I went to Frostburg too for like a year and a half, but I transferred.
Was it cold?
Yeah, it was cold.
But you
It
had
was,
Frostburg.
it was cold. It was a lot of parties.
Man,
true. My brother went to Frostburg.
Yeah.
He told me about the parties. Be crazy.
I have like my one story with Frostburg. I've been to Frostburg like one time.
How was it?
I was going for other reasons, but it was just crazy because I did it in one night. Like it took me 3 hours to get out there. It was snowing. I'm in the mountains. Like, is this really worth it? I stayed out there for about like an hour and a half, and then drove right back home.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was what, 6 hour trip just for 1 hour.
No, it really was. Yeah.
Man,
changed the course of my life. Fuck everything. But I don't know. For me personally, I like just getting away and the scene and the scenery and everything was really like it's like when I go to Charlotte, like I take the West Virginia route and go down through like the mountains and everything. It's just like I just like the scenery a lot better.
Same here. That's like I love the scenery. Like when I drove to California, the scenes is just like so amazing, and it was just beautiful. And plus, what I like about the art in school and college and everything is you meet so many people with so many different like their mind is just like, wow, I would have never thought of something like that. And it's just you just networking with other creative people. And it's good to be around your element, and because it helps, because it brings you up and it brings more out of you because you're like, you know, I know I can do more.
Yeah, that's true.
And I see a lot of people the schooling like what was your thought like process like just going back from like high school to going into graphic design? Because like for me personally it was kind of like art was like something I did, like I really wasn't into it like that. It was something I did, and then it was just like when all else failed in college, it was just like I hopped into some like studio design classes type stuff. So like how was it for you personally?
Well,
like, from high school to college, like
so high school, I remember I was like, well, I remember my teacher used to have this board up on the this thing up on the board, and he was like different opportunities and careers you can pursue through art, and I looked at it like, am I gonna make money off this? Like, and that's so when I went to college, I was like, so I'm not gonna do fine art as my degree. I'm gonna do that was my mindset at the time. I was like, I'm gonna do graphic design so I can get a job when I graduate. So that's kind of how that transition was, like, because I wasn't really doing graphic design before that. So yeah, that's pretty much.
I've seen a lot of people do graphic design. I think that was kind of like a thing early on because I had like studio art classes.
Yeah.
It was just like after you had the art classes and studio art classes, like what is it really preparing you for? Type, like with everything changing in the world.
Yeah.
And, like where are we going at with it, and what can I really do with it? And I think they like that was the stigma with like fine art classes. That was like where there ain't no really no job, no money. Like you become an art teacher, but
yeah,
it was just like the graphic design. And honestly I wish I would have took graphic design a little bit more serious and went down that path because I see a lot of people have like jobs, full-time jobs, like being graphic design, and it's not a hindrance on them or their artwork because it's something that's within their field where they can really just operate and move around.
Right.
So it's just I tried to go back to school for graphic design, but I never got to it. But YouTube helped me.
No, YouTube is my friend, so I would recommend you. Yeah, just YouTube
like
all day.
It was because I had a thing against graphic design. I think that's what it was.
Really?
Like I just discovered that in a class I had at UMBC. Like it was like that was when I like really was getting into starting to paint again, and it was a graphic design digital artist in the class, and I was just like, yeah, man, that's phony. It's not real, and it was just like back and forth. But it was like what they have. It's different, but it's still similar. Like you're still playing with colors, you're still playing with blending, you're still playing with that. It's just more of a technical aspect to it more so than like handmade.
Right.
Yeah, it's time consuming too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because and then you got the edits and then going back and forth with the client. Sometimes I'd be like, I don't want to do this right now.
Like leave me alone.
That's how. Yeah.
I'll be going back and forth with Carlton, like, yo, can I get? I think this is why I started doing graphic design because I got tired of like going back and forth. It was like, man, I don't want to keep bothering you because you something I need to. I want to change. I was like, I might as well just start doing this myself.
Right.
We passed the program over, and I'm like,
yep.
And they like trying to find the niche and what I want to do and everything.
Yeah.
What made you want to become an artist, Jasmine?
It's something. It kind of found me, honestly. I didn't want to do art. I remember I was in middle school, and my teacher, I know we had to choose. It was called primes. Back then. Back then, I'm not that old, but they called it primes. So I was like, I'm not doing law. I can't sing, so I'm not playing in a band really. I play drums, but that's a different story. But anyway,
okay.
And so I was like, I'm gonna just choose art. And then eventually my teacher, she kind of like recommended me to keep going and pursue it. And that's when I ended up auditioning for Carver, and I got in. I was like, oh, I'm pretty good at this, so I might as well keep going with it.
Because I remember back in the day, like when I was a little younger, I used to love to draw, like all the time. I used to draw Dragon Ball Z characters, action figures. And it was to the point I was doing it in the school so much that they recommended me. Some guy came to my house, and it was for an art school. And, I passed and everything. He wanted me because he asked me to draw something right in front of him, and I drew it. And after that, my mother didn't let me go to the school because it was too far away. I was like, really? Yeah, it was like that. Yeah, she had one of those holes like that. Like, I ain't letting my son go nowhere. I'm like, come on, man, you gonna make me miss out on my opportunity. But I didn't do it. Long story short, but it was still a great experience, and I was excited. But like how you said, art found you. That's how I felt about acting.
Yeah,
acting found me because during that time when acting came to me, I was teaching martial arts.
Really?
And that was it. That was my life. I wanted to live, breathe martial arts. I wanted to go overseas. Man, I had a chance to go over to Burmese China and actually learn Burmese martial arts. But once again, I'm like, nah, that's too far. Like, come on, I'm going with my martial arts teachers, just train it. But yeah, sometimes things do find you, and you not find it.
Yeah, and then sometimes I think we're all like multi-talented, so you doing certain things and trying to perfect certain talents, it'll lead you to do what you're supposed to be actually doing at that time.
Right.
So, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe art will lead me to something else, but this is my focus right now. So,
and with the focus that you have, and I guess being a judge of your own art, like how do you critique yourself? How do you look at yourself as an artist? Like the confidence that you have in your work. Like, is it like Kanye-esque? Oh, is it like Kanye-esque, or is it just like you want to kind of be, you're like a bit humble and realistic with how you look at your artwork?
I have my Kanye moments, but for the most part, I'm pretty humble about it. Like, I know I'm talented at what I do, but that's because I've become skilled at my talent. Like, I've practiced and perfected my craft. So, like, everybody has talents, but if you don't work at them, then you're not gonna flourish.
Right.
Like, you're not gonna thrive. So
you're just gonna sit there and collect rust.
Yes, everybody has various talents, but I know I'm blessed. I know, you know, I can draw, I can paint. So, but I'm not gonna be Kanye about it, because you know.
Why not?
I mean, I do have my Kanye moments.
Do you feel any way about people that are Kanye-ish about their work? Or like, are you like, do you critique other people's work like from a distance, or is it like?
Yeah.
Like, why did you do that? Oh my goodness.
I never say why did you do it that way, because I know people. I hate when people ask me that. Why do you draw that like that?
Because that's the way I wanted to draw it.
I'll be like, I don't know. I don't know. I do critique other people's work though. If it's a portrait, I'll be like, that eye is off or something like that, because I draw portraits. So like I'm not gonna critique.
Right. Don't make the picture have like a lazy eye or something. Like, you know, his eyes are straight. Like, yo, why is that over there?
And then I, like, y'all gotta understand, I was traditionally trained in art, so it's like if I see it's weird.
How you, like, look at it.
Yeah.
I just be wondering, like, is like, because as an artist, are you critical of artists and stuff like that? Sometimes, like, if like other actors and stuff, you see, like, are you critical of it? Is it natural to be critical of somebody else's work in, like, just in a sense? Because it's like sometimes I see work and it's just like I equate it to music. Like, sometimes I hear some music and it's like I hear what you're trying to do, but I know somebody else that does it better.
Yeah.
And it like makes me want to revert back to like, let me listen to them because their music is better. So when I see something it's just like, it's a good try, but it's just like I see something better.
I used to do that in probably high school and college, but now I done met so many different artists and they do different things. I try not to do that no more, because I'm like,
I feel you on that. Like,
I'm like, everybody's different. Everybody, like, you can throw some paint on the wall, and I'll be like, how? No, you said no.
Like, don't throw paint on the wall. Like, I'm the same way. Like, when I see other actors, I just feel like, yo.
The abstract. Like, oh man, nah.
Like, yeah, man, that's my new joint. Like, you just threw paint on the wall, bro. Yo, that's dope.
But see, if Swiss Beats went around and threw paint on the wall, it would be a masterpiece.
No commission? What? It would sell $1 million. Like, every day I'm sitting here like, what am I doing wrong?
It's so much more that goes into artwork.
It is.
That is just like, but it's just sometimes I just see it like. Some people need that critique because it's like they need to get better with the technique that they're doing.
Yeah.
Because I think when you get up close to certain paintings, you kind of see, if you see like glaring flaws in it, it's just like, and over a period of time, if you see it and it's not getting better, it's just like, so you can't equate it to style.
That's true.
Like, some people hide behind a style.
That's true.
But it's just like, is it really a style if it's like not crisp? Like, you're not even practicing the style that you have.
Yeah, that's true. Because I have my paintings in the my basement, and I've looked at the old ones. Like, what was I thinking? Like, some of the old portraits I've done. So to see the growth to now is crazy.
Just going through the process.
Yeah.
Like, I think. See, mine changed, but it's just like I changed. It's not like I paint the same thing anymore. It's like I kind of changed style, so it's like I can't really see. I see my growth is in just doing something different. That's how I look at my growth more. So it's like I'm not reverting back to painting something that I used to paint and it's sharper or it's better. Now it's just kind of like I just do something completely different.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Makes sense. I understand.
Definitely understandable. But we'll be right back with you after this commercial break on the Artist Exchange Radio.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. here's what I want to tell you. Still, not media, but fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details behind what happened. No, the fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial, to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on Be Exposed Radio.
BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
I'm your host, TJ Transvision Bates. This is Art Talk, powered by ArtistVision.com. New co-host in.
Hey y'all, hey, sweet baby. I made it a little late, but I'm in here. Happy Saturday.
And enjoying the weather?
The weather is okay. I'm not mad at it. It's slightly inconvenient because people don't know how to drive, but it's okay.
Just that
yes.
I can make it.
Yes.
And we have a special guest today, Baltimore artist Jasmine.
Hello, hey everybody.
Jasmine, could you just give your social media and everything so people can connect to you?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JART21, and then my Facebook is just Jasmine Manning. So you can follow me on all those social media platforms for updates and stuff.
Cool. If you want to call in, show some support, text line, not text line. Call in 410-702-5657. Don't listen to too much talk radio. Let me see what's on the text line. We do have the video up on Facebook, so if you want to comment on there. You just said something that slipped my mind.
What?
Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Twitter. Because as a person, I don't really use Twitter. Right.
I
fell off of Twitter. I don't know why I fell off of Twitter. Some people love Twitter.
I just started using it again, so I need to get my followers up. It's kind of bad, so. But my main social media platform is Instagram, so that's how I get all.
Just operate off of
that's how I get like commissions and stuff.
Oh, okay. And so we was talking about schooling and your background in graphic design and your degree in graphic design. And so from there in graphic design, and then you're like, what are you painting, like portraits and stuff like that?
Yeah, whatever I'm in the mood to paint. Like I just painted. You probably saw it, the Martin Lawrence and the Fresh Prince paintings.
Yes, I like that.
That's my like 2 favorite TV shows from my childhood. So it meant something to me to paint those, and I just felt like painting that and like paying homage to the 90s. And then or if like it's a show and it's a certain theme, then I'll paint whatever matches the theme. Like we had a Black Queen show a few months ago, and I painted Queen Latifah. So.
And what I like to ask artists is, through all the artwork that you've created, what's like your favorite piece? Like that one piece that just like hits home with you?
Dang, that's a good question. I have several. Queen Latifah is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 2. I did Miles Davis and I did Louis Armstrong, and those 2 were like totally different from my style.
Right.
So I was like, when I did it, I was like, wow, I had my Kanye moment at that moment.
What?
Yeah.
So, in medium that you use, some people use acrylic, some people I use technically spray paint, oil painting. Like, which one do you like? Which one do you hate? Which one do you love? Which one is like your go-to?
So my go-to is oil paint.
Okay.
Because I can blend that easy.
I have a I don't know. It's like one of those moments because I don't use oil paint, so it's just like when people say, "Oh yeah, they use oil paint," it's just like
because that's what they made us use in high school. So that's what I kept using.
Okay.
And so, but now my backgrounds are like spray paint and acrylic, and then I paint on top of that. I paint the portrait on top of that with oil paint because I'm used to using oil paint. I know how to mix it. I know how to blend it. Acrylic, it dries fast, so I don't know what I tried. I don't know what I'm doing. That's what
I got to blend one day. I gotta try some blending. I gotta try a blender. I'm gonna go to YouTube University and check out some blending.
No,
videos.
you should. That's how I learned how to blend. YouTube.
See, I didn't with art like in college with the classes that I had. It's just like I didn't go. I kind of like dropped out after a certain we only got but so far.
Yeah.
I think we got like the graphite and then it was over. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm done with this.
You didn't even get to painting.
No, I didn't. Not at all. That's where initially it started. It was like Sharpie and graphite. So that's kind of like how I got back into artwork. It was like through Sharpies. I wouldn't mess with graphite though.
No, no, charcoals. I don't like charcoal. I don't know. I did it once. It turned out nice, but after that, I was like, I don't think I'm going to do this again.
I think I did one self-portrait, and I can't find it. And it was big, but I don't. That's another thing. Like oil painting and portraits is like, all praise to y'all. Like I'm not.
I had a final I had to do, and my teacher was like, "I want you." He told me what he wanted me to do. I looked at him like, I'm not doing that, but I ended up doing it, and it turned out great. It was like a portrait with charcoal, and it turned out good.
See, I think like school wise is like where I would have done so much more. Like when it's like a project that you gotta like if I don't have to do it, in this like point, it's like I really probably wouldn't. Like I'll really just stay with what I'm comfortable with and what I kind of want to do. As to where like school is like kind of forces you out of that comfort zone. Like for a project for this that you have to go do this.
Yeah. So
it's like I kind of wish I would have paid a little bit more attention.
School taught me patience though, and procrastination too. So.
Hey, it's schooling.
Yeah.
It's schooling. If you want to call in, send Jazz some support. Just talk to her. Ask her some questions. It's 410-702-5656. It's BeExposedRadio.com. ArtistExchange.com. Oh.
5657.
Oh, 5657. Oh, okay. So it's 410-702-5657. Sorry about that, people. Call in, send some support, hit the text line.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready? Hoo-ha!
Bonus hours on last. I'm getting addicted.
How you doing?
Love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby. Hey, yo, check this out. Wendy, man. Here it is. It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience. 107.5 WBLS.
What button would you possibly press? You reached and then you coiled.
I got something special for the next story. I'm sorry.
You don't know what the next story is?
You just said it.
Star Jones?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to throw you off. Let's talk about Tigger and the booty hole and the bloody sheets. How you doing?
How you doing?
Big Tigger has officially changed his BlackBerry, his two-way, his house phone. As a matter of fact, he's probably packed up and moved to Istanbul, asking BET, can we please have a satellite feed? I can no longer be part of the United States. The superhead has ruined me. Thanks to G-Rap and Ma Barker.
That's going to be in her next book.
No, it won't. Please. She already had to cancel this book tour.
Oh.
There won't be a next book. Not on this line. Not on this vein.
Uh-oh.
And if I were Carmen Escobar, I'd write the book, but I'd fall back off doing the tour. Because you're going to get it too.
Ooh.
You might be Nas Baby's mother, but there's some history there. Uh-oh. And you're no saint. So now if you're going to write a book, then we're going to bring it to you. Me, Star, Jones, Ebro, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking with my hands and everything. Let me calm down. Hold on.
Take a chill.
Pass me that bottle. She wrote the book, but real good girls don't tell.
Uh-oh. 40-ounce crew.
And I didn't need to get my practice from 2 hours in a nosebleed. I'm being a real negress now. I got the gum. Let me just get a crack going. You know, I never learned how to do that growing up in Ocean Township. That is one thing that negresses do that I love, because that is so effective. You know, when you're telling somebody off and you got your pinky all up.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange. Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Welcome back. This is BExposedRadio.com, ArtistExchange.com. I'm your host, TJ Transvision Bates. This is Art Talk, co-host.
Sweet baby, happy Saturday, y'all.
And I think we have someone on the phone line. Whoever called in, call back so we can hear your questions or your support. It's 410-702-5657. Phone line. Caller.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear us?
Hi.
How you doing today?
I had a question for Jasmine.
Can you hear?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I wanted to know, what are you working on right now, and what upcoming events will you be at?
Hi, Deisha. So what I'm working on? It's several things. I'm working on a Sade piece right now, and then as far as events, we have.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine. How
we have a grand opening, re-grand opening at the Sand Gallery. So I'll be working on pieces for that as well. So there's some stuff coming up next year.
I can't hear.
Caller.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you at first.
You was asking what was next for Jazz or what she's working on? A new caller?
TJ.
My phone is breaking up really bad. How about I'll hang up and call right back, because my phone is breaking up really bad.
Okay, please turn off the show if you're trying to call in, so you can't call in and talk on the same device.
It's not.
Just call back.
Okay.
Okay. So
if you're trying to call into the show, please make sure that you're not listening and trying to talk to us on the same device.
Okay. So what was you working on, Jess?
Oh, I got a Sade piece I'm working on right now, and then some. It's like for a restaurant. They're having a grand opening soon,
Okay.
and then so it's Sade, and then 2 other pieces. I forgot the people's names, but he commissioned me to do them.
Caller, are you back?
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi.
Have a question or a comment?
Well, I'm just calling in to give Jasmine some support. She's a great artist. In spite of the fact that she's my niece, I just wanted to support her and to tell her to keep striving and keep being just have that keen eye when she's looking at different things and when she's doing her pieces. She's a wonderful artist, and just wanted to give her a little encouragement today. Let her know we're listening out for her.
Thank you, Aunt Annie.
See, that's what I like. That's what
You're
I like
welcome,
to see.
Jess.
I did.
All right, guys. Keep up the good work on your radio show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 See, that's what I think. The support starts at home. And just if you want to call in 410-702-5657, and you say you was working on Sade and a few other pieces.
Yeah.
Where do you go at when you why Sade? I've seen a lot of your pieces, and I think they were probably for you said the Queen Latifah was for the Queen show. So where do you really that get you in that moment? What really makes you create or a Sade moment?
Well, that one I was asked to do Sade, but I do love Sade. So if I like the person and I grew up listening to their music or appreciate them as an entertainer or an artist, then I'm gonna paint them. So, and most of my work is touching on Black culture and how certain people have impacted us. Everybody loves Sade. She's an amazing artist. So,
do you how do you feel about do you have to feel like you have a connection to oh, we have another caller. Caller? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear us?
I can hear you, but you're breaking up.
How you you have a question, comment?
Say it again.
Do you have a question or a comment?
I have a question for Sade.
Sade? Or the
Right,
artist?
and just the right. Your phone breaking up.
Are you listening to us on the same device?
No, I'm listening on a different device.
Oh, okay. Not sure why it's breaking
I can hear
up.
you now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I had it too close.
Oh, okay. You have a question for Jazz?
Yes, I have a question for Jasmine.
Okay.
So I've been watching, and actually I've been seeing some posts on my Facebook about Jasmine, and I was wondering where could I find her music at?
You're an artist? You make,
No, I'm not an artist. I'm on a listen.
No, she's a visual artist, painting.
Oh, she's a painter.
Yes.
So did she do anything at the museum? Do y'all have an art exhibit or something?
Where can they find your artwork?
Oh, a lot of my work is at the Sand Gallery, which is at 823 East Baltimore Street, and then yeah, it's a lot of events coming up. Yeah.
Online, IG.
Oh, you ever thought about doing a paint party?
Oh yeah, I've thought about doing those. I'll probably get into those more next year. I haven't really done any this year.
Well, you should look into that. Stay motivated.
Thank you.
Okay, we
hello.
Back. Oh, and another caller. Oh, they just calling in left and right. How you doing?
Oh man, this is a terrible connection. Can you say something else?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear? But I didn't hear the me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Ask your comment or a question.
You said actually what?
You can ask your comment or a question that you have.
Yeah, I have a comment and a question for Jasmine. First, I wanted to congratulate you on your success. I'm very proud of you as a young black woman doing your thing and using the gift God gave you and the courage that you are using. So you're doing this full time, right?
Yes.
You're an artist full time. See, that's where I want to be right now. I'm an artist also. When I was in college, that was my major, but I didn't want to be a starving artist, so I decided to teach Spanish, and I've been doing that for 22 years. And I tried to do a little art, like I do oil portraits, but I'm into mosaics now, and I'm trying to step out on faith and do that, and people are really buying my work. And I'm trying to, move out of the classroom to do that. But please encourage me because I'm having a face breakdown.
No, keep going. I definitely encourage you to do that, especially mosaics. Like, people are definitely going to gravitate towards you and buy that. So
what advice do you have? Anything you get, little tidbits you can give me on any area, because it's totally new for me.
Yeah, I know how difficult it is. I would say be consistent and just keep working hard, because consistency is key. Like, you just gotta keep making work. You have to. I know at one point I would draw and stop and be like, why am I not, thriving or achieving anything? It's because I wasn't putting out enough work. So now I try to. I did like 20 paintings this year. So
good, girl. You should be. My whole house is full of mosaics. I'm selling them, but I love my work. It's like I work on them every day, a couple hours, at least a couple hours every day, because it's therapy for me. Being a teacher, it's like got me through these last couple years, because the kids are so disrespectful. I love them, but it's so hard. They give me migraines because they're so disrespectful. Yeah, it's unreal. And
also
God told me
go out to events and network. That's what I would definitely. Your pieces can't be sitting in the house. You got to show people your stuff. So. Okay. Thank you. And I document everything. I write down. I keep all my receipts. I write down what I earn, what I sell. I write down how long it takes me to do each piece. No, that's good. I do that now too. So.
Okay. We appreciate the call.
Yes, thank you for the call.
Oh, you're welcome. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk so long.
I know, sir. Artist to artist.
Jasmine, God bless you always, all of you, and have a good day.
You have a good one too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
We have another caller.
Really?
Hotline bling out here.
Wow.
Caller, can you hear
Hello?
me? How you doing?
Hi. So this is Shayla and Justin. We just called to support Jasmine.
Hi, Shayla.
And we did have a question.
Yes.
So our question is that, Jasmine, I know that you depict a lot of pieces that highlight the best of our culture, like with Fresh Prince, Queen Latifah, Sade. And I wonder if you ever feel pressure to depict some of the struggles that we're experiencing in history, in our current society, with all of the publicity around, Black Lives Matter and things like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. You've seen my stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Queen and the King. Those are like staples in my artwork, and I did those because we were at a time where I think a lot of our young Black people weren't understanding their value. So I felt like I needed to draw them in a positive limelight, basically, and put the crown on their head, basically.
Yeah.
And then I also did Colin Kaepernick in the 1968 piece when they protested at the Olympics. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great. And I love everything you do. And the thing that I had in mind when I was calling was also the Get Out piece, which was, such a big movie this year that, the emotion you showed in that painting, too, I think depicts some of our challenges as well. So,
that's one of my favorites,
thank you.
So.
Yeah, we love it. So thanks for the opportunity, and we're just super proud of you.
Thanks, Shayla. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
A lot of support and love right there. How you feel?
Good. It was echoing. I was like,
Oh yeah, that's the like,
yeah.
So now you went to school for graphic design. You have your college degree.
Mhm.
You get your job. Like how long was that in between getting the degree and a job?
Felt like forever. It was like I graduated in 2013.
Okay.
And I didn't get a graphic design job until like 2 years later. I had a retail job a year and a half after I graduated. So in between that time, from like 2013 to 2014, I was making art.
Okay.
And I ended up making like this drawing on my shirt and all that. And yeah, so oh, it's the king one.
We have another caller.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, this is Jasmine's sister calling.
Hey, girl.
Hey, sis. I'm just calling to say I love you and I'm proud of you and keep up the great work. I don't have any questions. Just wanted to call. Love you.
Love you too. You're such a clown.
All right.
No. Bye.
Thanks for calling in.
No problem.
And I want to go a little bit more in depth with school and graphic design and getting the job, but outside of that, and that's a realm in itself, but outside of that, like a brand that you're creating for yourself and the business aspect of it, as to where you're getting paid with the graphic design or with the job aspect in space. But what made you want to get into the business aspect of like really funding yourself or building your own brand and funding that and that being the main go-to?
Well, for starters, it's still difficult right now with the funding and the building my brand and making money off of it. But I felt like if I'm passionate about something, then I should want to, make money off of it. And it's something I want to do every day. So why not pursue it instead of trying to do retail or, work for somebody else? And I know before I got like laid off, I kind of felt complacent.
Right.
I started feeling complacent. I was excited at first for like that whole year, and then a few months before, I started feeling like weird, and it's because it was getting a little boring for me at the job.
Okay.
Yeah, so
we have another caller.
Oh, okay.
Caller, can you hear us?
Hello.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty
Hey, Jazz. This is Kiva.
Hey, Kiva.
Hi, everybody. Hey, Jazz, girl.
I kid. Hey, Kiva.
Hey. I didn't have a question. I just want to call in and give you my support. As you know, I'm probably running around the house trying to get everything busy. Getting everything together. But I just wanted to call and give you my support and let you know that I'm super proud of you and keep doing you. And keep trying to make those 2-hour paintings.
Wow. You put my business on blast.
But yeah, keep doing you, keep going, and I can't wait to see what you cook up for next year. I know it's going to be dope.
I'll see you
You're
later.
welcome.
Thanks for calling in.
You're welcome. Okay, bye.
All right. And when we come back, we're going to delve deeper into the business aspect.
Okay.
So, anybody want to call in? 410-702-5657.
What? The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
As busy as you are, because they're good at itemizing their time, and they actually have a passion for what they do. One of the biggest lessons that I learned, I get to say this on Weird, was finding people who are not only interested in doing what you need to get done, but people who have a passion for it, because that will eliminate the idea of people just working for a paycheck. Right. Because when people sign up for a paycheck, we all had jobs where we slacked off, where we stole away in a little storage room.
Fell asleep.
Thank you.
I saw a meme the other day that had Bart Simpson and the little boy with the glasses. I didn't watch the show, so don't be mad at me. Don't send me no daggum messages. The little boy with the glass, Millhouse, that was his name. He's showing him a cave, and it says,
when you're asked to show around the new coworker and it says, "This is where I come to cry." Cool.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Got Nicole that holds us down, and Nate, and just so many, and all of our engineers that are here. We thank y'all so much because y'all help to allow the trains to keep running, and y'all keep us on our toes. Y'all keep us together. So thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, this is Miss B Inspired on the mic.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now. Welcome back. This is BeExposedRadio.com, ArtistExchange.com. I'm your host, TJ Transvision Bass. This is Art Talk, powered by ArtistVision.com. Co-host today.
Sweet baby. Happy Saturday, everybody.
And today we have special guest, Jasmine.
Hello. Stop.
So, how you feeling so far through the whole interview process and everything?
What? Oh, this?
Yeah.
It's my first time doing this, so I was a little nervous at first.
I usually end up getting first time. I usually end up getting a lot of first time artists.
I have never been.
I feel like it's important. It's an important aspect that artists should get underneath their belt, like comfort with talking. And yes, back to the hotline bling. We have another caller. Hello, caller, are you there?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You have a comment or a question?
Yeah, but I can hardly hear you.
We have another caller. Can you hear us? Caller? Caller, can you hear us? Oh, all right. Well, back to the regular scheduled program. If you want to call in or call back, it's 410-702-5657. And we was talking to Jasmine about, her background in graphic design, and that was schooling. And we wanted to delve a little bit more so into the business aspect of you and your artwork that doesn't necessarily have to do with the job, and more so it has to do with you building your brand or you putting yourself out there to where people are inquiring about getting the work done, and using that platform as to get off of that starving artist type of thing into where you're really getting commissions and you're really building yourself up.
Yeah, I would say I was thinking about this the other day. It's like hit and miss. Like recently you can go to a show and not sell anything for sometimes, and then maybe like the next day, but if you pass out your business card and you network there, somebody may hit you up about a commission, or they may contact you about buying a painting they saw at the event, so you may make a sale the next day. So it's, with the business aspect, it's like hit and miss right now for me,
Do you consider yourself business savvy, or do you just you're just trying to, because some people are really business, they're more business than art, and then some artists are just more artists than the business. It kind of rubs them the wrong way going about business.
Right now I feel like I'm in between. I'm trying to figure out the business part, because networking is very important. So if you're not networking properly and you're not going out and showing your art, it's not gonna be a big business for you. You're not gonna make money off of this. So it's in between right now, though, because sometimes I don't want to go to stuff.
You gotta get it in front of people's faces.
Yes.
Even in the era that we have with the internet, and it's kind of funny because your work can reach more people on the internet than in person, but the in person is what kind of actually creates the whole entire fan base initially.
Of course, and right now a lot of my stuff is coming from, and people hit me up, it's coming from Instagram.
Right.
That's my main social platform. And then also me knowing people will like plug me with somebody else. Like they'll connect me with another person and say, oh, this person wants this or that. So.
Right.
How do you place a price on your artwork?
That's the hardest question because I don't know. Right now I'm at a point in my life, I'm like, okay, this is expensive. So if you're not trying to buy it, then we have nothing to talk about. Because I spend hours on stuff. I spend a day on a painting. I can finish the painting in like 8 hours probably. But you gotta figure, like, you gotta think about if you're working at another company, how much are they paying you an hour? So I'm trying to. It's like I'll probably charge. Well, I'm not gonna say, but I also charge by size as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the bigger the piece, the more you're gonna be paying for something. So that's where I'm at right now. And if I feel like the painting or the drawing didn't put me through that much pain, then I'm gonna drop the price a little bit. So
I think that's kind of like that's the trickiest part, because it's like I always find that you have some people that like kind of cut themselves short, and then some people that kind of like shot like too much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, is it right? Is it like what's the reasoning behind like the pricing of it? Some people is just kind of like, this is my worth. This is what you should pay for it. If you don't want to pay this amount.
Yeah, that's the hard part, because this has been like this forever. You have to know your worth. So at one point I was lowballing myself. It was crazy. But
do you know your worth, or do you have to create your worth?
Oh, you're trying to get fancy. See, I don't.
Because if I come out and I'm just like, yo, that's what it is, then up until that point, that's what it is. Even if, regardless of what you think it is, until that is paid that initial price, then it's just like, all right, that's my worth.
I would say both. Create and know your worth, and then I have to say meet in the middle somewhere.
I mean, I think that, like, because sometimes people look at, I was looking at like market value, and sometimes it's kind of like where you're at. Certain things is not going, like, around here, like, they're not selling Lamborghinis down the street.
That's true.
Like, Lamborghinis are sold in a certain place because that's where,
that's where the people can afford to buy.
Okay, that's another thing. So, right now, I'm trying to do like selling prints, because I know if I go to these shows, a lot of people there are my age. A lot of them still living at home. They're not gonna come up to an art show and buy $2,000 painting that I just made. They're gonna buy a print right off top, like, you know, which is $10 to $30 is what I charge for them, if I'm whatever price I'm feeling like that night. But
yeah, you gotta.
So you gotta know the demographic too.
A little bit.
Yeah,
like, I think my initial. It was this one lady, and it was like my first time vending, and she had prints, and I had like original paintings, and she cleaned up. Yeah. And it was just like, oh, wow.
That's true. And my friends, we all know that. And then my cousin was like, why didn't you bring, he was at an event, he was like, why didn't you bring any prints? He was like, people are not gonna, buy that. Like, here, it's great, it looks nice, but the area we're in, and they don't have that money to buy that right now. Yeah.
Some people don't even have the space to put it.
No, they don't.
I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. If you buy my artwork and you don't have a place to put it,
I don't care.
That's on you.
That's on you.
But you would just like to. Sometimes you would like to see it. Like a lot of people that I got are like new home buyers, and they just need new artwork, or they really want to connect with local artists. Which I suggest that a lot of people out there, if you have space, if you have blank walls on your space, or you blank space on your walls, put some artwork in it, and don't go to the IKEAs and the Bed Bath and Beyonds. Go like ask somebody if you know a local artist and get some. Like, you can get photography, prints, anything. Like, I always feel like you can work with something. Like I have something that you can work with. Like, it's not like I'm actually not like I'm walking around here with like $5,000 paintings. Like, if you ain't got $5,000 for a paint, I ain't messing with you. You can work with. I think people work. A lot of artists work with people. Yeah, and
I know I do. So, yeah.
How you feel about prints though? Like, because to me it was like, my homeboy used to always say, it was like nobody wants to make that big commitment. Nobody wants to get married to the paint, but they'll date the print.
That's so true. That's funny. I never thought about it like that.
You know what's funny? I just made that.
What?
I just made that.
No. I have prints.
Some people don't like making prints.
Right.
Some people like having that original 1-of-1.
Yeah, I've never been against prints. Like I've always.
I was against prints.
Really?
Yeah, I was
But why though?
I don't know exactly why. It was just kind of like one of them things. Like everybody got prints. I just wanted to be different.
So I was like, if it's bringing money in my house, then I'm gonna have a copy of something, basically.
Yeah.
And especially at these these small events and stuff.
Right.
If I want to promote myself and also try to make money at the event, then I'm gonna have a couple of prints with me.
Yeah, because it seems like I'm quite sure it's everywhere, but it seems like the merchandising and the prints is what you really need, because I think the vending is the biggest aspect of the artist, that they can really go out here because every show, even if you're displaying work at a show, most shows allow you to vend.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, so I have actual artwork, but then it's just like, so most of my experience has been vending, and I didn't have prints, so I had actual artwork, and this is like logically thinking like, what the practicality of somebody coming up buying a $500 painting and walking around with it.
Exactly.
Like it's just you kind of sell yourself short, cut yourself short with how you want to merchandise your, because you as an artist you got to build your, and when I think of it and consider it, it's like building your brand, but you gotta kind of like I didn't like sipping paints, and I didn't want to do that but my one homeboy was just telling me like, you need to diversify what you do so a lot of people can connect with you through your art.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Like, I've never done sip and paint. And then, you know Millie, right? Yeah, he was like, you need to do sip and paints. And then I started thinking about it, because at first I was like, I'm not doing a sip and paint. I just don't want to do it. I don't know why. But he was like, you need to do it, especially, like I said, to meet people. If they see you know how to paint and instruct a class or whatever, they're gonna, I don't know, buy a painting, hire you for something. Buy a print,
just
whatever.
like, if you're, I feel like if you're doing sipping paints, give them what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you really give a part, so they can feel a connection to your artwork, and then that might.
Yeah. So you have to
get somebody to buy your work.
That's very important. You have to go out and make relationships with people and connect with people. So once you do that, more stuff will also start, more doors will start opening for you too by doing that.
And I think the importance of networking, but networking with the right people.
Yeah, because you can network with the wrong people. Because
people always say network, but they don't never really like specify. Like sometimes you network with the bad people, and it's just like
you just gonna run in a complete circle and just keep doing the same thing and not branching out.
Okay, if you want to call in, it's 410-702-5657. And we're just getting down to the little leg run of the show. So call in, text, BeExposedRadio.com, ArtistExchange.com.
Just a Bit Outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is. And then when you think about it, it's like, okay, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, they're losing right now.
Thank you very much.
Because they had nothing else to do.
So it was like, imagine that your late husband was actually your father. I can't imagine that, because that's disgusting.
Very much so.
And then I would have to clean my basement, because that's where my actual father resides right now. So, okay. The 60-year-old woman learned the truth about her husband, Percy, 6 years after he passed away.
Not Percy, though. Percy doesn't sound like that name.
Percy just sounds like a feminine boy.
Really?
Yeah.
But nobody told you at no point.
Like Percy, look at Percy over there with his purse.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange radio show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Joining us right now is Mr. Antonio Long.
Welcome back. This is BeExposedRadio.com, and I've been messing up saying this. It's artistexchange.org, so check that out. If you want to call in, it's 410-702-5657. I'm your host, TJ Transvision Bates. This is Art Talk, powered by artistvision.com. Check that out when you get a chance. And co-host today,
Sweet baby, happy Saturday, everybody.
is it still snowing?
It is still
It is.
snowing.
I'm looking.
Yeah, it's a little cut behind you, and I'm just watching the flakes.
Yeah.
Just
Special guest artist, graphic designer Jasmine is in here today. Did you have a question for her?
I did. How important is it to market yourself as far as logo and having a certain look about the artwork that you create?
That's very important. I just updated my website a couple of months ago, and I was trying to figure out how I wanted my logo to look and everything. And so right now my logo is my signature right now. So it's more like me trying to, I guess, show my personality through my artwork and through my logo and my website. So if you go on my page, you see it's clean and cut, but it's also I have on, regular everyday clothes. I want people to be able to relate to my art and me, basically.
Right.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's very important with branding, because you could be all over the place brand wise. Right. So and a lot of people are. So I had to really sit down with myself and I asked myself, what do I want? How do I want my art to be presented to the public, basically? And I'm still trying to figure it out. So, but so
you figure it out through the journey and seeing what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah,
I think I still had an issue. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure myself out.
No, I'm too.
Well,
I mean, we all in our 20s, so it's
Man,
up
I'm
and down.
45. We have another call. Caller, can you hear us?
Hello, hi. This is Angela.
How you doing?
I mean, we all in our 20s, so it's
Can you is that the background? Oh, you have a question or a comment? Hello?
Okay, I can hear you.
Oh, do you have a question or a comment?
So I have a serious question for Jasmine. This is actually her aunt calling back in again, but I do have a serious question. What are the future events, the upcoming events that you have that you're going to be exhibiting, where you will be exhibiting your art? And also, do you do other things other than just paintings and portraits and things of that nature, where you actually display and you show your expertise? Do you do things like flyers? Do you do things like help someone with events or things of that nature?
So first question, I don't have any more shows for this year. I am vending after this though at Tectonic Space, which is on Greenmount Ave, and then is that just right?
I think it's like 200.
Yeah,
Greenmount,
and then the beginning of next year, like I said, my work will be up at the Sand Gallery. That's like a grand reopening, and he's also opening something called the Mini Hip Hop Museum. So my work will be up in there, and yeah, you know I do flyers, flyers, logos.
Let them know.
And, yeah.
Marketing campaigns.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we had. That was a big thing about.
Okay.
Wait.
Thank you. I just wanted her to put everything out there that she does, because she does so much. She helps me a lot also.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Angie.
Marketing campaigns.
What's that about?
It's just flyer doesn't sound. It just sounds a certain way, pretty much.
You're
But a
right.
marketing campaign, like you getting out there and
I'm gonna start saying
professional. Yes. See, there we go. We got another one.
We learned that at the Art
Thank
Talks
you.
round table. Yeah.
Check it off.
I'm so used to saying flyers, like, yeah.
Flyer in a piece of paper bearing my name.
That's very true. Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z. It's because of Jay-Z birthday. We was playing all the Jay-Z. Couldn't turn nowhere without Jay-Z been playing. Like,
No,
but,
I watch him, his interviews. He's very smart. Yeah.
Like a side note, the funny thing to me, it's just funny to me because I feel like Jay-Z, the rapper, and Jay-Z, the interviewer, is just like
two different people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was watching the interview, his new one. I was like, this is different. This is weird. I was like, who is this?
Oh, in my mind, I was just like, would I be afraid of Jay-Z? But anyway, let everybody know where they can contact you, find your artwork, and commissions and stuff.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at JART21, and then I'm on Facebook as well under Jasmine Manning. So yeah, but my main social media platform is Instagram. If you want a commission or anything, just hit me up on there, and I'll respond to you.
What? 2017 almost over.
It is. Already, it's crazy, but I'm here for it. 2017 was a big year for a lot of people. It was a transitional year for a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot happened. I'm just waiting for Black Panther to come out.
Yeah. We're going to be lined up in the movie. Like, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
But 2018 is around the corner. Like, what do you like goals? Like, what are you eyeing for 2018?
More art, more shows, definitely, and more traveling. I definitely want to travel more. I've started traveling more this year, but next year I really got to travel and show my artwork, and yeah, more events too.
Right. I think I seen the. How was your experience with Pancakes and Blues? Was that your first time or?
Yeah. How do I say this? Okay, so I did one in New York, and then I did one in with DC. So I would say it was a good experience. It was a good networking experience. It was me, my friends, and I. We're used to like being able, like I said, being able to make a connection with a client or a customer. In environments like that, you can't really make a connection. I met people and we talked and laughed, but to be able, it was very cluttered. I'm gonna say it like that.
It is.
But I do think it's a good opportunity for emerging artists. So
you said it was Was that your only experience with the New York art scene, or have you been up there?
No, that was my first experience. But I know that that's like that was just one event. So
right.
I definitely want to go back to New York. I'm looking at galleries there now too. So.
So far, like, how's your experience in New York, your experience in DC, your experience with Baltimore? Like, how has that whole scene been? Like, where do you feel like you can really grow at?
Well, I would say I definitely want to expand more in New York because I know how the art scene is there, and definitely probably LA too. I've been here in Baltimore for so long. You want to change, so I definitely want to like expand to New York more. In DC, but DC is good for I think for events like that and trying to make money as far as like selling prints and stuff.
Right.
So, because I know a lot of artists tell me go to DC and try.
My experience with DC was, it just seems like they're a little bit more. I don't know, not artsy.
Into the art culture?
Like, the arts culture is a little bit more. Like, Baltimore is like, you'll have to find pockets in Baltimore as to where.
Yeah.
In DC, it's kind of in general all over.
Yeah.
I want to go to LA. I feel like I would do well out LA.
Yeah. There's a lot of artists up there too, so. I definitely want to, like, have a show out there or something. In New York and LA.
What's going on? I need some soup. Anything new coming up? Anything like any shows or anything that you have going on?
Not this year. No more shows. Just if something pops up, then yeah. Well, I have a networking event next week, and I'll be showing work there on December 13th at Startup Rise, I believe. I believe that's the name of the company. I'm sorry. And then, like I said, I'm vending after this.
They're not paying us. So.
No, cause I just didn't want to add a name. I don't know. Yeah, but that's pretty.
You have do you have any artwork up any places? Because I think that's kind of the thing with so much when people create so much artwork that it's not necessarily commission based, that you're just doing out of your own general free will.
Yeah.
Do you have any artwork up places?
Right now, there's a restaurant opening on Charles Street. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot the name of it again, but my work is up in there, and I'm still working on paintings for that restaurant. So they'll be opening soon, and I'll have that information out soon. But once they have like a grand opening and everything, I'm gonna like repost all the paintings and stuff for it, so everybody can go check it out and go buy it. That would be great.
I was gonna say, how often do you paint, like, outside of, like, is most of your paintings commissions, or is it just like general, like, what you want to do?
Right now, honestly, it's mostly what I want to do. So, but I get commissions here and there. So, like I said, it's hit and miss. So, yeah. But I'm mostly making money off of like prints right now. So,
do you have is the question? Any questions?
No, I didn't have any. You said the networking event on the 13th?
Yes.
Okay, the startup soiree.
Oh yeah,
is that what it's called? Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yes.
With the sand gallery?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be there at that.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't really have any more questions. Just you put me on the spot, TJ.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay.
But thanks for coming out, Jasmine. And
thank you for having me.
Having your first interview.
Yeah, thank you. It was cool.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. Now that I know that's your work, because I work at I'm the executive assistant for the Mini Hip Hop Museum.
Okay.
So I didn't know that was your work. So it was nice meeting you here. Be seeing each other more often.
Yes. I didn't know that. That's good.
Be sure to check out Jasmine, artistexchange.org, BeExposedRadio.com.
He was one of our first See Baltimore artists. That tour is actually under construction, and we're doing some revamping and making sure the foundation is solid.
Yes.
So we haven't forgotten about it. So December we kind of took a pause, and we'll be back up and running in January. My mind is
gone. Food. I
New
need
Year.
food. If you're in the downtown Baltimore area and you have a cheeseburger in your hand, definitely stop past the studio. Give me a call and let me know where you are, and I'll meet you wherever you are. But Antonio Long is joining us in the building. He's a singer, inspirational, not necessarily gospel, not necessarily R&B, but encompassed of both of them.
Yeah.
So let us know a little bit about who you are, what you do.
Singer, writer, recording artist, and I just like to make good music.
There we go.
From Baltimore.
So possibly we'll hear a little bit of it live if he's not afraid, because we throw people under the bus.
Yeah.
Talent-wise.
No doubt.
On this show. We got to see if you got the chops to sink or swim.
Okay.
We do it. We do it. We don't hold back here. We don't hold back here. But we'll definitely try to hear from him a couple more segments. So let us know about your music. So do you have an EP coming out, or is it one in the making?
I just released the EP, actually, October 28th.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's called Life.
Life.
Yeah.
So what was it like making that?
It was fun. This is my first, it's 8 songs on the project.
Okay.
So it's kind of a little more lengthy than your typical EP. But I put out a mixtape last year, but this is my first official project.
Okay.
Everything else has been singles. So
so you're singing your own music now?
I'm singing my own music.
Did you write it?
All original music. Yep.
Okay.
And it was fun. The creative process was fun. I worked with Junior Lee.
Okay.
With Faith Junkie Productions. He's based out of Delaware.
Okay.
And it was fun. You know, I was going up there. 2-3 times.
It was business because it's your money on the line.
Definitely.
Right. No major labels.
Yeah, no doubt. It was fun. It gave me. I mean, it's more work than what I expected. Honestly, I mean, because
you're doing a bunch of different. You're writing and the performer in it, so that's 2 big jobs right there.
Yeah, it was definitely. But creatively, it was great. It was great collaborations. I also worked with Anthony Johnson. He produced a song off of the EP. He's from Virginia. And I worked with So For Real Productions.
You deal with some legit individuals, okay?
Yeah. So
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Welcome back. BeExposedRadio.com. BeExposedRadio.com. theartistexchange.org. I'm your host, TJ Transvision Bates. This is Art Talk, powered by artistvision.com. Co-host today.
You will catch me as soon as I put the
my bad.
We ain't eating Girl Scout cookies. But sweet baby, y'all, how y'all doing?
And we have Jasmine today, a visual artist from Baltimore. You was born and raised in Baltimore?
Yeah.
Cool. You done with the
the whole thing.
The notes and the runs down?
Yeah. The last show of the year for Artist Exchange is December 15th. That's a Friday from 7 to 9. Please tune in. Turn up with us for the last show of the year. We'll return January 5th. Also a Friday from 7 to 9. And the first Art Talk of the year, TJ's show, will be January 13th. Tune in. So that's a Saturday from 12 to 2. And we are also booking for guests for the next year. Please email us at theartistexchangeradioshow@gmail.com. Also, Art Talks Roundtable. Check out the website for updates. That's theartistexchange.org.
Thank you.
What? That's all I got. I mean, I was about to say I could keep going because I do have other stuff.
I was reminiscing on the cookie. I think one general question we always ask guests. Anything you would tell your younger self? Like any advice you would give your younger self?
Your 17-year-old.
17-year-old self.
My 17-year-old
Yes.
self. Oh, that's a good question. Be more aggressive. I would say that. Yeah. I used to be so passive.
Sound like a t-shirt. Okay.
Yeah. I'll put that on the t-shirt. Yeah, I'll put that on the t-shirt. Be more aggressive. Yeah, I was so like passive and you know
give
like,
me credit.
Yeah. We do it together.
Right.
And shy. I was so passive and shy, so but now I'm, coming out my shell. I've gotten better. It helps, especially with talking to people and especially at these shows and things. You gotta be aggressive inside yourself. So you gotta be Kanye.
Debo in here.
Yep. Right.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I got some papers over here. You about to buy one. You gotta hit them with the Girl Scout cookie.
Exactly. I need their marketing team.
Yeah, I think that was I think that's still the biggest hurdle with me because I'm kind of like sometimes I get caught up in my own mind and it's just like
you just gotta step out on the limb and do something you don't want to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I have my moments. It's like sometimes I'll just be shut off, and then sometimes it's just like I'll be thinking to myself, like, why did I just do that? Like, don't even know me like that. Like, so
no,
I just go back and forth with the whole networking thing. It's kind of, but it actually helped me over, like just talking. I actually used the experience from a couple jobs that I got. Like I purposely got like retail jobs, so I would have to talk to people. They'll bring me onto my show.
That's smart. Yeah.
Because I usually like the jobs where I don't really I don't interact with too many people.
Yeah. My retail jobs did help me do that. I had to like being a cashier. And I even worked at like JCPenney Portrait Studios. Like we had to talk to the people and talk to the kids and all that. So.
Well, that cookie was good. Be sure to check out artistvision.com. It's what I use to feature artists. I don't feature you on that?
Not yet.
That's because you.
That was on me.
Did you send the email?
That was me. That was my fault.
Come on, people. Artists, take things seriously out here. You get an interview. Let's do your interviews.
No, you know what? When I hit you, by the time I hit you back up, the slot was taken. That's what had happened.
Oh, it probably was.
Yeah, the slot was taken when I hit you back up.
Sometimes I'm like, I'll be switching between IG, so it's just like sometimes I'll be like, I got another one. Like,
that's why I told people.
Just you go fussing at people about keeping it together.
That's why I tell people just
don't make
text
me turn
me.
into auntie over here.
Yes.
No, it's just sometimes like I would like to see from some artists like more like a seriousness, like being more professional with their work.
And that's why you should come to Art Talks, the roundtable discussions. The next one again. There'll be updates on the website. Check out theartistexchange.org for more details. Also, follow us on Facebook, The Artist Exchange Show, and follow us on Instagram at The Artist Exchange. So, yeah, there'll be updates there. And you can follow me on Instagram at Galactic Zach. I'll be posting updates as well. Zakia Ayana on Facebook. Stay tuned for information on Art Talks Roundtable.
And your social information. So damn social, right? Social.
It's okay. The cookies got you messed up.
Cookies got you.
So your social media, so they can just connect with people.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JART21, and on Facebook at Jasmine Manning.
So you just said get to Twitter.
Oh yeah, Twitter too. AJ. It's the same as my Instagram. JART21.
You can check me out on Instagram at Transvision. I was about to say Transvision. Transvision is VIZION, and Artist Vision. If you're an artist, if you want to look for a feature, artistvision.com. I think it's helpful. I think it gets a lot of artists out there display a few of your pieces. It's a mini interview. Sometimes I think this kind of like helped me transition into this.
Yeah.
Just like getting the background on artists or certain things, how they feel about things. And the artistexchange.org, make sure you check that out. It should be coming soon, right?
It's up now, but it's constantly being updated.
Okay.
So please do stop by and see what's going on artistexchange.org.
Anything else you wanna on your mind?
No. I think we talked about everything.
Yeah, how you feel after like everything? Like,
The interview? I
Mhm.
like this. This is nice. I like it. I want to come back.
they booking artists.
Yep. Really?
Yes, we're booking artists for next year.
Okay.
Email us at theartistexchangeradioshow@gmail.com.
My message to artists: take things serious. Make sure you go out there and look for opportunities. I think you can get with some people, managers and stuff like that, if you having trouble with networking, or just reach out to certain people like the Artist Exchange to help with networking.
Yeah.
And artists, take your stuff serious. Brand. Make sure you go through the whole licensing agreement and not licensing agreement, but just like the copyrights and stuff like that. Like,
I need to do that.
I think a lot of artists kind of like overlook that aspect of it.
I was looking into that the other day though. So.
Well, you gotta like classes. Does the Art Talk roundtable deal in? Would they be dealing in like copyrights and?
We'll be having like art lawyers and just all kinds of people. We have planned to come and discuss different avenues and the different important things that artists need to know that are overlooked a lot of times. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I think that's a. I still haven't.
It's all right.
It's so much work. It's so much work. But
we gonna get there.
You gotta.
We building. You gotta start from somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's the building up, and that's the difference between like working for when you work for somebody,
right?
And you don't really have to deal with all that aspect of it. But then you cut yourself short. You lose so much when you are relying on other people to do it.
Yeah, because now it's like the building phase. So now like my head's all over the place.
You have to.
Right, yeah.
Like it's tough out here because you got different artists and we all do different things, but at the same day you're still kind of competing.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like a competition, not a competition, but it's still because only so many people are buying artwork.
That's true.
Like especially depending on the style, and depending on what you are making. So
that's why I said you gotta know who like to.
You gotta know your audience. You gotta know where to go. You gotta know everything. But this is beexposedradio.com, theartistexchange.org. Be sure to check that out. I'm your host TJ Transvision Bates. Check out artistvision.com. And thank you for listening. Thank you for coming, Jazz.
Thank you. Thanks
for sitting in.
Next week, tune in 7 to 9 p.m. Friday, Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Be safe out there.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
This is the reality
Yes.
of the world that we're living in. A lot of young people don't have the information that